And we have a 1, a 2, and a 3, and a hey-ow! Metal Mike coming at you in the bunker. Tuesday morning, September 11th. How can I not give respect to the people that lost their lives on this dreadful day? So rest in peace to all of those folks that passed away on that dreadful, dreadful day. I remember it well, as I'm sure most of you do. With that being said, let's move on to what we talk about. What is that? Junkin, antiquing, flea marketing, garage sales, dumpster diving, right? On the curb. This is what we're going to get onto. Now, I always have stressed, if you've watched any of my videos, and yes, I'm shouting because no one's home. I have the bunker to myself. About just getting out there, Sanford and Son, and the things that you can find on the curb are amazing. Little story. I've got a man right across the street from my house that passed away about a year and a half ago, and his daughter is going through his inventory. Now, I've reached out with him. I gave him a flyer. I was like, hey, I buy things. I would love to have an opportunity, and if I don't even buy anything from you, I would help you. And that's the truth. I mean, even if they don't want to sell anything to me, or I'm not interested in what they have, I could definitely sit there and go, okay, that's good, you know, you can let that go. But as is typical, people they shut the doors, they shut the barn doors, they don't want help. They want to handle it all on their own, and you can't blame them, such is life. Sometimes you have people open up the doors and you can get amazing deals, and you can help them along the way. Of course, this is just a trust issue. People don't want to trust anyone. They want to handle it all within house. So, that being said, across the street, they've been cleaning out the garage for the last week, so I've had the binoculars out. I've been watching, and I've been watching. They had a garage sale probably early in June, and I was just so excited to go over there to find out what they would have. And it was basically crap. There was nothing there. I don't think I even bought, I might have bought a stapler or something. So there was no score. And I even got in early. I went to the garage sale an hour before they opened, and I was allowed in to look. But like I said, nothing said. So then I found out the father had passed away, the old gentleman who'd served in World War II, from the daughter. And I said, well, this seems to, she said, this is just round one. So it was the worst of the worst was through the first sale. So that being said, which seems to be my new favorite phrase, right? I've repeated it too many times already. We're not going to say that anymore. I've been watching, and I was disappointed not to hear from them because I gave them my flyer. I spoke to them right across the street. And my desire to help them, he was an old ham radio buff, so I knew that he had tons of equipment, and the garage had an attic that was loaded. And when I was in the garage sale, I looked up and I was like, oh, I would love to get up in there and find out. And she said, well, me and my brother are going to handle that. So I've been watching with the binoculars for the last 2-3 weeks of them over in the garage all day long. Just organizing, just like they had done prior to the first sale. And after that first sale, interesting piece, though, they had put out an old oak desk that they had tried to sell at the sale. It did not sell. So they put it out by the dumpster. I quickly went and got my two-wheeler, went over there, popped it on, walked it across the street calmly, put it in my garage, put it on Craigslist, sold it for $40. Gone. Profit. It doesn't get any better. So, rounding it back, as always that I do, staying on point is always difficult for me. I always seem to go off on a tangent. So I've been watching with the binoculars, trying to look into the garage to see what is in there, but I can't see a lot of stuff in boxes. So watching. Yesterday, I'm watching all day, and I'm watching them put stuff in the trash. I take the kids out into the backyard after a long day. It's about 4 or 5 o'clock. The girlfriend's going to take herself and go to yoga. So I take all 3 kids and I go into the backyard. I'm in the backyard. Also, on the phone rings. It's my girlfriend. I pick it up. I go, hello. And she goes, the neighbors just put some speakers out by the garbage can. I go, okay. So I come back in the house. I look out the window, and there's this beautiful vintage pair of big home speakers sitting by the garbage can, stacked. I'm like, holy crap. So I jump down the stairs, literally run across the street calmly, get up onto them, and I'm looking right away, obviously, for damage, holes in the woofers, holes in the tweeters, etc. I don't see any damage. Next thing I look for, name. I want to see what kind of quality. Are they just a piece of crap from Sears? I see their JBLs. So I pick one up, throw it on my shoulder, because they look fine. There's no damage that can be seen. There's no holes in the woofers. Repeating myself, as always. I put one up on my shoulder, walk it across the street, set it on my curb. Go back, grab the other one, pick it up, carry it across the street, go in the house, open the garage, throw them in the garage. Quick take 3 photos of them. And this is where Facebook is so valuable nowadays. There's all these groups. I keep talking about this. You can join a group for vintage hi-fi stereo equipment. You can join a group for vintage steel press toys. You can join a group for Griswold cast iron frying pans. There's groups for everything. Oil cans, this, that, which is incredible. So now when you're out and about, you're at a place and you see something, say it's a receiver at the flea market, which I just ran into a few weeks ago, and the guy says, got this old vintage receiver with a wood box on it, and he goes, I'd like to get rid of it, I'll give you a good price on it. So I quick take 3 pictures, and I post it on that group page, which takes seconds. Immediately, and then I just simply always ask, I'm at a flea market, guy has this for sale, opinions please. And so I did that yesterday with the speakers. Boom, I'm getting comments like, you're kidding me, right? This is a joke. Fake news, I'm hearing all. I'm like, no, these are speakers. Now, mind you, I did not look them up on eBay. I did not Google them. I can do that later, but this is just a quick way of doing it that I enjoy. I love opinions. I'm not expecting to hear anything other than maybe, oh, nice score, cool. I find out that these speakers are so top of the line and so sought after that they're $800 to $500 a piece. So it's a $1,000 set of speakers if everything goes right. Now, mind you, I haven't tested them, but I just tested them this morning and they work beautifully. So this is what I'm talking about on the curb. Always have your eyes out when you're driving. If you're going to the store to get a soda or an ice cream, always look down on the boulevards. Trash nights. When the night before garbage is out, get in the car. If you smoke a cigarette, light a cigarette. Go cruise around your neighborhood and just drive by. It's amazing what you can still find on the curb, and that will defeat anything that you can find at a flea market, garage sale, estate sale, anything. You find a dumpster that's loaded with vintage stuff. I'm always speaking of this because that's how I grew up, was doing that. So my roots are in that. Sanford and Son. Digging. Out in there. Hunting the curbs. And that's what happened yesterday, and it doesn't get any better. I walked across the street and basically earned $1,000. I'm sick, so I'm going to have to sneeze here. Sorry. This is where editing would be appropriate, right? But so I got these speakers, and I'm stoked beyond belief because now it's a huge profit, and they work. And now I'm really excited. So when I see that lady over there today, I had kind of been standoffish at this point because I had not heard back from them. I'm going over there today. Believe me. I'm going to say, are you getting ready for another garage sale? Can I look? Because if there's other stereo equipment in there that I can get, oh my God. And then this is what's so crazy. If they had just taken advantage of the situation and called me, I would have bought the speakers from them. Now, would I have given them $1,000 for them? No. But I would have given them something. And then they put it out on the curb. This happens time and time again when people are cleaning out estates. They are careless. They would rather keep the barn door shut and let no one in and make huge mistakes like this. You know, they might not have nothing over there at that sale that has any value. The value might have been on the curb. And you see that time and time again. I've seen it with my own eyes for years. I have gone to garage sales, estate sales, put on by the family, not by a company. And you go in there and there's just nothing. It's just shit. You're basically wasting your day to make $25, $40. And then you're stuck with all this crap because there's nothing for sale. And they'll have a dumpster and I'll say, can I look in the dumpster? Because it's topped off. And the best stuff is in the fucking dumpster. Time and time again, this is where the mistake is made. Now, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just trying to stress the reality of it. You know, people call someone like me a bottom feeder. I guess I am. Yep, I will take something out of the dumpster worth $1,000. Sorry. Get out there, find it, it's there. Don't ever deceive yourself or fool yourself into thinking that you can't score that mega huge piece. Remember, if you have not found a piece of big money or big value yet, now this isn't, this is, in today's world, $1,000 really isn't shit. It's a lot of money. Let's not piss on it. But, a real nice find would be a $250,000 piece, $500,000. I've always dreamt of that. And you don't have to dream about it because it's feasible. Believe that. Do not ever give up on the notion that, remember, because you haven't found anything, that means that you still have that opportunity. So it's still out there for the taking. And so that has always driven me. I've always said to myself, I've never found the $250,000 piece. Because that's the most common question you get when someone finds out that you're a picker, collector, hoarder, whatever classification you fall into. They'll say, what's the coolest, neatest, most expensive piece you ever found? You can always remember the bad things more than you can remember the good things. But I've always said, well, I've never found that piece worth $250,000 yet, so I know that's coming. That's a good thing. And I may never find it, and that's fine. I do have a $1,000 set of speakers now that I can resell, and I'm stoked. So, all this talking, all this rambling, all this ranting, let's take a look at those speakers, huh? Because that's what this is all about, is looking at some junk and enjoying our finds together. And the sniffles, I have a cold, it sucks. Nothing worse than being sick. So here they are. Now I'm going to just flip them here, so it's going to take me a second, kids. To disconnect it from the receiver. I just got done testing them. So here they are. And this is the name. So they're JBL's model L100s Century. All original. The covers are gone. We've got a ding right here that was probably done yesterday by the owners. And we've got the other big one up there. It's just a beast. And so I hooked them both up and they work beautifully. So I'm just stoked. I love that the Minnesota ID is carved in there. So, that's it. That's it, kids. Back to hunting, back to junking. That's what we love to do. Now, if you are a collector of anything, steel press toys, you name it, I'm after German helmets. That's what I want. Battle damaged, World War II, World War I German helmets, Japanese helmets, World War II, I want that stuff. So if you have it, if you have a couple Iron Crosses, let's do some trading. I will hook you up and overcompensate the value of your helmet with my stuff. So simply being, what you would do is you would contact me. I want you to go to Facebook first and join me on Facebook. And here's the most important thing about adding me as a friend on Facebook. Please add a comment in with your friend request. My name is Mike Lund. Mike, L-U-N-D. So, please put a comment in there so that I know where you're coming from, because otherwise, there's so many spam and you just don't even know who these people are. And when I see that comment that you're a follower of my videos on YouTube, I will immediately add you as a friend, because I want to steer away from this in the end, and we're going to do go live videos, because it'll be a lot easier, spontaneous. We can just shoot them live and then I can stream and post them on my page, but whatever. So you would join me on Facebook. This is how you contact me. If you see anything in my videos, I had someone contact me last week. They were interested in a couple of the trucks that were shot in my video. And I knew which one you were talking about when you asked for the oil tanker with the wood tanker on it, the truck. And you said that you sent me a message to Facebook. I didn't get it, so you might have sent it to somebody else. And then you mentioned a Tonka truck, and I don't think I have a Tonka truck. There's another one out there, a Buddy L, that maybe that's the one that you thought was a Tonka. Whatever the case, contact me, join me on Facebook. Let's all become a community to help each other, and with advice, you give me advice, vice versa. That's how we work. Live and learn. Keep hunting. Keep picking. Above ground. Another day. Blast. Hey now! Which is in homage to Howard Stern, who I love and who keeps me laughing and above ground, because I just love Howard Stern. And some people hate him, but he makes me laugh. And when I can laugh like a kid, that's special. That's it. I guess I've shot all the video I can shoot for today without going overboard, which I always tend to do. I always tend to just filibuster. And as you can see right now, I'm on a tangent, and I'm not even talking about a topic. I'm just ranting and raving. Hey now! What kind of energy is that? That is pent-up energy from being a parent of 3 and barely having time, and when the kids are gone, this is what happens. So, I gotta put these speakers away, I gotta stack them up, I gotta take some photos of them, I gotta sell them. I want them out of here. Everyone, have a great day. Get out there, find your speakers, find your helmet, find whatever the hell you're looking for. Let's do this. Kick ass, everyone. Fist bump.